Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. How are we doing today? I hope you're doing well. Today we are doing another live hypnotic meditative journey of letting go of the overthinking. Do you overthink a little bit too much? Does it wake you up in the middle of the night? Does it take up your time? Give you a bit of stress or worry or anxiety? Even a bit of depression? Because if so, this is for you. And we shall do a bit of mindset in the beginning as an episode, then jump straight into the next episode. So we're doing double headers these days of a bit of mindset and then lean into the hypnosis for the unconscious learning. So that'll be episode 944, 945. And then I've already recorded the sleep session and the 4-hour sleep session as well. So we are ahead. So that's going to be fun. And if you have any questions before we go into the live stream or live recording of the #1 live podcast on hypnosis in the world that features a blue background just like this, then welcome. So was I actually even having a sentence there? I don't know what I was saying. Getting too busy with thinking about being the #1 podcast in the world that does hypnosis live on YouTube with a blue background, with a blue light directly behind the person who owns 2 pets, who lives in San Diego, who's English, who is called Joseph. Hey Cheryl, welcome. Happy Saturday to you in Australia. Mr. C is good. We had a bit of a play before the stream to get his energy out, and he's now in the other room where I know the sun's going to be basking upon him. Great to have you here, and Mina is here as well. You're an overthinker? I'm a thinker, but not really an overthinker. I enjoy thinking. When I was, I don't know if I've said this before, I think, but when I was a kid, I'd get into bed, and 8 years old, and I go, oh, I got time to think. I got time to think, and that used to be my thinking time. And I'd enjoy it. Think, what am I going to think about? So I'm mainly a good overthinker, which would maybe not mean not over, just a thinker. Maybe I'm just a thinker. I am doing good. So my foot is getting better. I have purchased some rubber bands to do some good stretches. My brand new shoes, my running trainers, arrived today. So I'm going to test those out. Maybe not tomorrow, because my trainer said there might be some rain tomorrow. But I'm going to try and get 2 miles of a walk and a jog just to see how my foot is, to wear them in. So when you get running trainers, we call them trainers in England. I don't know if you do in America, but you got to wear them in a little bit. You got to go for a couple of miles, which is probably all I'm really up for at the moment with my healing. And another thing, one thing is, I got my tax bill today, but I don't mind. The other thing is, we hit 30,000 subscribers. In fact, we're at 30,100 and something. So that's cool. Maybe we'll have a bit of fireworks for that one as well. Pew, 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 pew. So that's awesome. We'll get to 100,000 subs in no time. My hair's crazy today. When I overthink, or if I'm not overthinking, I'm just thinking, my hair goes crazy. So I've been told. Awesome. Please, that helped. Now you can let go of headaches. Quick, quick, quick. Med is here, all the way in London, Richmond. Thank you so much. My name means that? Or Joseph? Or Clough? Oh, Mr. C. Hey, Melissa is here as well. Mr. CC. Just walking by casually. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Hopefully he'll be nice and quiet. What are you thinking? Are you an overthinker? Are you? Are you? Stop hitting my mic with your towel. Quit it. You sleepy? I have to do hypnosis like this. Oh, you're not too sleepy. Great to have you here, Melissa. Snow day? Oh my goodness. It's like 70 degrees in San Diego. Oh, and your picture. Is that the snow I can see? Yes. Thank you ever so much, first of all, but yes, we are going quick. For example, if you're new here, we have a little pre-chat. We're going through 2,300 subscribers in the last 28 days. So if the compound interest kicks on of that, then yeah, we could be getting to 100 quick. 100 quick. Oh, Joseph meaning. Interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that one. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever... In England, we don't really get snow which stays on the ground for long. Maybe I've experienced 7 inches of the snow, but I don't know. And I was saying about my little other boys, my hummingbirds. Look at them. They're my little hummingbirds. Okay, I've just ruined this whole scene. That wasn't meant to happen. I don't know what to do. That's what happens when I... Oh, I'm back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I was in my auto scene. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? I've ruined my scenes. We've done this before. Where has it gone? Why do I do this live? How did I do this? How do we go back? Command Z. That's what I'd do if I was on a proper computer. Well, I am on a computer, but not this program. Was that it? No. What have I done? Because if I go do the episode and suddenly that video appears, does anyone see it? I don't see it. It'd be like a live stream and then suddenly it'll be just... Oh dear. Right, let's on the pre-show figure this out. Why do I do these things live? I'm a risk taker. Yeah. Nor had I until now. Every evening. They can be a little bit like that though. Like just now I just saw one chase off another one, but when there's so many it's a bit hard to probably be as let me know if you see the video, by the way. So I'm now on the auto camera and I accidentally put that video in the scene and then it changed scenes and it might be locked in there forever. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we'll keep on going. Yeah, well I'm running through all the scenes now. It's a weird setup, but I've hacked my software to be able to change a camera every 7 seconds. Some scenes are the same, because that's like the max I could do of 7 seconds. But then some will go to another scene, like this camera over here, or a zoom in. And out of like the 30 of them, or more, I don't know, it might be laid in one of those scenes. So we're running through them now. So if you see them, we'll see. How can you retire when you're lots of teaching and healing? Well, everyone's got to retire one day. I don't think I'll really ever retire, but I will slow down. Like a 90-year-old me is not going to be probably live streaming, if I ever get to 90, is ever going to be doing this. Could you imagine that? I can't imagine me doing that at 90. Maybe I'll stick to hypnosis. Yeah. Might be a harmonizing thing. But I don't see it yet. Distinguished, maybe. But thank you. We'll see. Oh, I did not know that. I don't know if they're in England either, to be honest. Maybe it's a North or South, or let's just say the Americas. Like the North and South of America. Are they in other countries? But ever since I've been here, I've seen them. Maybe. People have to wheel me in. I will agree that there are more birds. I don't see normal birds. Like, I see eagles if I'm on a hike. But I don't see, like, robins. Like your picture there with a nice little robin. I don't really see robins or small birds like that. See a couple of crows here and there. But obviously I'm talking about just my experience of California. There were some amazing birds in Austin, Texas, which made these crazy cool sounds. and they would migrate every year. But before they migrated, you'd see like hundreds, like even 1,000 of them. And they make amazing sound. I couldn't even do an impression if I could try it. But they're almost parrot-esque. That's crazy birds. I don't know too much about Australia's habitat. We've had a flock of parakeets. Or parakeets. Oh, wow. So they just become the neighbors now. Okay, I have not seen my hummingbirds video yet, and let's see where I'm on the list. We're almost at the end, I think. Maybe not. See, since I started, we are not way through. We'll just have fun anyway. If it pops up, I'm gonna go back to my main camera, and then there they are. It's queuing up. Queuing up. Oh, get off there. My turn. So... okay, I've ruined this scene now as well. How do I remove this video? Oh dear. Why do I do these things? See, I can move me. Maybe I'll just make me real big. But I can put myself in there. So maybe I'll just make myself over there and do that. And be done with it. We'll see what happens with that. Well, he can't see much, to be honest. But he does... oh no, I can't bring a comment on screen now. What have I done? Why do I do this? I cannot believe why I do these things. I've broken my system. Oh no. No. See, look now. Okay, I've just ruined all of this. Never do these things. I've ruined it. Okay. Oh well. I can't bring your comment up now. So let's go back to this. So what happens when I do that? Let's see if I can do this. Now let's see. No. No, 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 no. Broken the stream again. But Michelle is here. So if I go to auto camera, it works. So we'll just have to stick with the auto camera and hope the thing doesn't come up. But hey, Michelle, great to have you here. Happy Friday. So we better get into it because I'm going to just break my computer. So let's just go to it. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to do a very mini episode and then go straight into the hypnotic experience. But before we go, do you want the same music as we did last time? Do you want the same music, the journey music that we did last time? Go yes, or go no, let's do something else. Yes or no, which will mean let's do something else. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. In the chat. Yes, we've got. I went back to the other broken screen, so we got a yes for the same. Surprise us. Okay, I can think about that. Even if it is the same, it might be a surprise because I won't do it, but I will do it. I won't do it though. I might do it. Yes, but do what you want. Okay. It's going to mess up my whole intro now. We'll start with this scene. So I've got to just get this right. So ready, steady. Let's go. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 944. Now, in today's episode, it will be a pre-talk, you could say, for the following episode, which is going to be a hypnotic, meditative journey for letting go of overthinking, from anxiety, worry, and doubt. So use this as your opportunity to get some of the conscious learnings that once you absorb, we can take that into a hypnotic experience. That's how I'm trying to work out with the podcast and the YouTube and so on. So we kind of get both levels, from the conscious to the unconscious. And it'll give you some things to do in the conscious waking state. And then we can do the deeper work at the unconscious level using a meditative journey. And on top of that, if you are a subscriber to the app, you'll get the bonus sleep version and the 4-hour sleep version, which I've already recorded. And on top of that, you'll probably get 2 alternative day sessions. That's going to be an extra bonus I'm trying to aim for. One will be more hypnotic and one will be more journey based ultimately. So that's where we're really looking for, just to test things out. So with that, let's kind of dive into this idea of how we can start to be more detached from our overthinking. Usually overthinking is out of our control. It sounds weird because you are overthinking, but it's not like you're consciously deciding to overthink. It feels like, oh my goodness, this has popped into my mind. Now this has popped into my mind. Now that's going to a different direction. Now it's evolving into this scene of what could happen, what might happen. And before you know it, your mind is running away with it, and it's hard to get it back on track. So the first thing that I always suggest is to be conscious. Notice when it happens. And it's tricky. Don't get me wrong, it can be a little bit tricky in the beginning, because it is an unconscious process. But the more that you're consciously aware of your own thoughts, which are happening beneath the surface, the more you have an opportunity to disrupt them and catch them in the moment to then do something else, which we'll get into soon. So your job is to become conscious of when it happens. So number one, if you were to even reflect back as to when you've been overthinking or when you've been anxious, notice where it happens. Now, it could be in random places, but for some people, it could be like in the middle of the night. It could be just before they go into a certain situation, like before they go into an interview, before they get into work. For some people, it could be a specific person, right? So notice the context, the environment, as to when that negative thinking and overthinking starts to take place. Because these are going to be our triggers. The trigger, the start of the process that then starts to run away with it. Because at the end of the day, everything you do is an endless amount of strategies going from the inside to the outside. So the internal connections to the observations externally. And what I mean, like life is a one big strategy, is because everything you do has a start point and a hopeful end point. And it's going to keep on cycling doing the same strategy if we don't interrupt it. Sometimes I like the analogy of saying like our mind's like an overgrown garden, and the more times you do the one thing going down that one path, it's going to be easily trodden down and you're easily able to walk through that path. That's like the neural networks. Well, we've got to interrupt it to go down a new path, but we only know how to interrupt it when we know when it starts to happen. So quick recap right from the get-go. Notice the where it happens, the when it happens, the who, if it's got anyone in that experience. So it could be a boss, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be a social situation with a number of people. But if there's no one, like I said, in the middle of the night, then still be conscious of that certain specific situation. Now, once you start to become conscious of this, over a period of time, maybe a couple of days, a couple of weeks, you'll start to notice maybe other triggers that you weren't consciously aware of in the beginning. But now you've started to put your attention to it, it wakes up to, there's something even deeper. So think of these little triggers and these contexts as leading us into the right direction. And the more you're conscious of them, then we can start to interrupt it. So the next aspect, and we'll get into like what we can do to interrupt it soon, but as an overriding theme and idea is sometimes our overthinking is based on our idea of who we are. In other words, our identity. See, if you identify as an anxious person, as an overthinker, do you think you're more likely to lean into it unconsciously if you're identifying that that is who you are? Almost like you're labeling yourself as an overthinker. Even if it's true that you have been overthinking, it's not all you are. And you don't do it all the time. Like there's going to be moments where you do lose the overthinking, whether it be in the shower, whether it be getting changed, whether you're driving. So it doesn't mean that is who you are. So try to de-identify with it. Like consider the alternatives. Consider things that you are that is not overthinking, and therefore you'll start to begin to detach from that label. Now, also notice if you do have certain beliefs about yourself. So where we believe we're not good enough, we might start to overthink. So maybe the overthinking we've been focusing on is not really the real issue. The real issue is maybe the belief you have about yourself in terms of your capabilities. So if I don't feel good enough or worthy, I'm going to be second guessing myself. I'm going to be worried what people think. I'm going to run through all these scenarios in my mind at an unconscious level. If that resonates with you, then what I would probably say is look for that belief system. What is the I'm not fill in the blank? And then you want to start to work at that identity level of that belief. Because if you just imagine in your mind, if you felt the absolute opposite of the I am not, say I'm not worthy, to now I am worthy, can that negative overthinking continue to happen? If you say no, then more likely you want to be focusing on that rather than the overthinking. Because in that case, the overthinking is a symptom of a deeper belief system you have about yourself. So that's really key for me. And I would usually say, by the way, most people who overthink will have a core identity, like a limiting belief that creates it. Not in every case, but I would say in my experience of working with people, in most cases. So if that's you, if it resonates, oh, I don't feel I'm fill in the blank, then I would be wanting you to put your attention on working through that. Whether it be applying for my program, if you have like the I am not good enough, the imposter syndrome, there is an investment to it, of course, or whether you listen to the app on like a hypnosis session based around that belief system, that's going to be more beneficial because you're not treating the symptom. But what can we do in the meantime to be able to notice these things? So as and when they happen, the more you start to catch that thought before it goes haywire, like is this a strategy? I have this trigger of this context, this situation, or this person. Suddenly something happens in that trigger, and along the time it goes haywire and out of control, in other words. So when it starts to happen, you've got to make a decision to try and I say try because try is not a really good word to use most of the time, because try really means I've tried it and therefore it hasn't worked. But the reason why I'm saying try in this case is to be gentle on yourself in case it doesn't happen straight away. So be gentle. At times your thoughts are going to run out of control and get past that point. But your job is to notice the previous experiences, like I said, but now it's time to notice when it happens. The more you can find that as soon as it happens, your job is to put your attention on something else. Now you can be more stoic in nature and realize that that worst case scenario of all the things that are happening or could happen, which when you think about it, rarely ever does happen, you can be more stoic and be at peace with it by going, yeah, all these things could happen. But in reality, if I wake up, how likely is it to happen? And that might just diminish the overthinking. You're kind of slowing down the process. So almost like you're going to your unconscious mind saying, hey, I get what you're trying to do here by running through all these scenarios, but in reality, how likely are they to happen? And then your unconscious mind starts to go, not really. So maybe I shouldn't be overplaying and running out of control with this overthinking. The other thing you can begin to do is empty your mind. One of the things about overthinking is we're not emptying it. We're not paying attention to it. And that's why it gets out of control, by the way, because we're not really paying attention. We're just being engrossed in the experience. So one thing that I like to do, if I find myself overthinking and it's getting in my way, I want to just journal. I want to just write out what is that specific thought. And what that does, it starts to honor the unconscious mind. You're telling your unconscious mind, don't worry. I know what you're trying to do. And I'm just going to journal it out. I'm going to get it out on paper so it's not in my mind. I'm emptying it out. And what that also does, it gives you a different perspective. Because now as you write it out, you become more objective, right? It's not so subjective that you're in the experience, just running away. You're like, here we go. This is what I got to do. Or these are the things which are happening. How can I approach this? What can I do? You're being far more logical about it by getting it outside of your mind. That's one thing I really like to do. Now, this is more of a deeper process, which I can't really do on the app and things like that. But I have got deeper ones in my program, but I'm going to give you an overview. When you start to notice that trigger and like pops up into your mind, I want you to immediately think of how you would like to be different, right? Exactly how you would like to be. And ideally, and there's a key point, see yourself in a dissociated way. And what I mean by dissociated is to observe yourself as if you're watching a movie of yourself or a picture of yourself, of how you would like to be, like the successful completion. And the reason why we want to dissociate, in other words, see ourselves in the movie or the picture, is because we're getting out of our own way, we're being more objective, and we're not associated to feel those feelings to then run away. So what we're doing is we're going, every time this happens, I'm going to immediately do my best to focus on how I would like to be different in a visual way, maybe through sounds and feelings. And what happens is, if you do this a number of times, I'm going to go back to the analogy of like an overgrown garden. The more you interrupt it and then suddenly start to see yourself of how you would like to be, like seeing yourself in that image or movie of exactly how you want to be. And you do it a number of times, even in a quick succession, like in a 10-minute period of where you've been running away, or before you got to that place of running away. But once you catch it, the next 10 minutes, just repeat it. This thought comes in, I'm now focused on how I'd like to be in a dissociated way. Great, go to the completion. Repeat the process. I think this, and then suddenly go through this other scenario, seeing myself in the picture. If you do that for 10 minutes, and you do it, say, in 10 minutes, like you can do that 30 times. But what you're doing is, and it's real sneaky in a good way, you're pre-teaching your unconscious mind that as soon as this happens, the new strategy is not to run away, but to go down this different pathway, because you've practiced, you've interrupted it. It's like breaking the broken record, like you're scratching it out so it can't play that same strategy. And on top of that, you're going down this new pathway. So it's almost as if, imagine this in your mind, because your unconscious mind struggles between what is imagined and what is real. So if you're imagining yourself in that dissociated way, doing it a number of times, 50 times, 100 times, your unconscious mind has to go through this new strategy. Every time you do it, it's like it's doing it in the moment. And therefore, it starts to take it on. It interrupts it, goes down that new pathway, and do it again, do it again, do it again. Is it tedious? Kinda. But do you want freedom from overthinking? Absolutely. So by practicing that over and over again, just for 10 minutes, every time it happens, maybe you'll do it 5 minutes for next time. After a while, your unconscious mind will do it on your behalf because you've pre-taught it the new strategy. That's just something that you can test out. And I said, there's a proper deeper process, which is hard to kind of do on a global level, like on the podcast, but it's something that you can grasp upon and start to practice and hallucinate in your mind. And after a while, that trigger goes to a new pathway. It's really interesting, but remember that key point I said earlier, that if you believe that you have a belief of, I'm not fill in the blank, I'm not worthy, deserving, and good enough, still do that process I said, because it's going to help you in amazing ways. But still do your job in letting go of that core belief. Get help to let it go. Listen to a hypnosis session based on that core belief. Like I said, for those who are people like the imposter syndrome professionals and they want to really up-level their career and really be the person, then maybe my program would be a good fit, which is at josephclough.info/talk, because you've got to apply for it. But otherwise, whatever it is, I'm not here to sell you on any of that. The key here is you've got some now strategies of being more stoic, interrupting the pattern, working on the identity. When you do those things, all of them maybe, you will no longer start to overthink. Now remember, as a bonus, I'm doing a free daytime hypnotic meditation in the next episode. I'm trying to create as many subjects for you for free as possible. Of course, if you're listening to the app in the free section or on the podcast, there are ads to it because that actually helps with the server and things like that. But if you want the ad-free experience and you also want the 4-hour sleep sessions of the day versions, and on top of that, the normal sleep sessions, all you got to do is go to www.freehypnosis.app and become a subscriber. It's for a small monthly amount or even yearly is half price. And you get access to day, night sleep sessions. You get access to hundreds, and I mean many hundreds of hypnosis sessions. You can download, create playlists, 4-hour sessions, as I said, morning meditations, all of those things just for you. So go to freehypnosis.app if you want to be able to support me and my journey in helping as many people while supporting yourself. And please feel free to review and share, and we can make the world a better place than we found it. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode, which will be that hypnotic meditation. Many thanks and goodbye. Welcome back. We might have to sack the audio engineer there because the music cut out. Oh my goodness, that music engineer. He's going to have to go. You know that engineer is Mr. Cece. Mr. Cuddles the cat might have to be giving his paper. Isn't that what he's called? Like, be given a piece of paper? Or was that your payday? Pink slip? Green slip? Can't remember. But welcome back. That was the conscious episode, and now we get an opportunity to do the hypnotic meditation live on this podcast. So if you're ready for it, I'm going to quickly hydrate, and we'll get to it. I said I've already recorded the day version and a sleep version and 4-hour one. This is just going to be a different feel. A bit like last time. Well, I'm not sure about that. There we go. I don't know what scene I'm in. Oh. What happened? Huh. That's good. I know I've got one main camera working. Awesome. I'm going to bring that up here. And that might be my new main camera. We'll see. Oh my goodness, itchy nose. Okay, let's get to it. Gotta move everything around. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cheryl. I can't bring up the comment on the screen because I switched things over already. But you said great teaching, Joseph, so thank you for that. Let's turn down this music. There's going to be episode 945. We need our nice little hypnotic meditation voice. Let's go for it. Let's have fun. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 945. And like I said on the previous episode, I was going to do a hypnosis version of that episode, which is letting go of the overthinking from anxiety, worry, and doubt. Now, if you haven't listened to the previous episode, it's okay. You don't have to. I like the idea of you listening to it either before you listen to this session or after. It just gives you a conscious leveling up. It just kind of makes you kind of go, oh, I know what to do on a conscious level. And that means we get the conscious and the unconscious transformation that bit quicker. But of course, this is a hypnotic meditation where there will be a bonus sleep version and also a bonus 4-hour sleep session for those who are subscribers to the app. You can go to freehypnosis.app on your web browser and download the app, and then it can be a part of getting access to all the free bonuses in every single way. And also, you get the ad-free experience. But with that, let's go ahead into this hypnotic experience right here and right now. So go ahead and get yourself in a nice, comfortable position. Close your eyes and be here now. That's it. Breathe all the way in and exhale. Breathe all the way in and exhale. For every breath out, you will soften and feel more gentle, but not as much as the next one. Because it's time to make that change. Now imagine, before we go into this learning trance, how would you like to be different? That if you were to make that transformation, to release all that no longer serves you, and have the clear calmness, the serenity in your thoughts, how would that change your day-to-day experience, even your sleep? Imagine the energy you would reclaim with this new way of thinking. And wouldn't it be nice to have that experience every day, in every moment you choose? Would that be something that you would prefer and allow you to feel safe and more secure than ever before? That's it. So decide, declare, you are ready to take back the beautiful control with a clear mind, to feel so good. As we go on this journey of change, where you may drift, you may dream, you may listen to my words as they go with you into trance, where you can assume and take on those suggestions and learnings that will keep you safer in the future. Wouldn't it be so good to feel safer and calmer, to have that clear thinking, where every muscle now begins to soften, being bathed in an energy of calm? You see, the best way to learn is to learn as you relax, and to relax as you learn. You see, I know You are worthy of calmness and serenity. And it's now time to do just that. To feel good in ways that you know, but also in unknown ways too, where beneath the surface, your unconscious can begin to absorb those learnings and realizations that you can feel good without overthinking. That's it. You see, as we begin to go and let go, you may bring to mind the idea of overthinking. To consider it. For your unconscious mind has tried to keep you safe by trying to do just that. But you know deep down that overthinking is not truly serving you, and there are better ways of being you. So what would happen if you were to imagine going on a journey of handing over any unnecessary thoughts? Even if you do not see it, maybe you do. A representation of just handing over any negative thoughts. For some, it might be just seeing them out before you and going, this is no longer mine to be had. For others, it might be sounds, like sounds being carried away in the wind. For others, feelings of release, where that energy just begins to leave your body. You see, however you do it is just perfect, like you. So begin to hand over what is no longer yours to be had. These old strategies, these old thoughts, even limiting beliefs. Hand them over, for they're no longer yours to be had. Empty out, fully and completely. With every breath out, you empty what is no longer yours. You begin to allow something new to take place. For if you were to choose a new feeling, a new thought, a new way of seeing the world and the future, how would you like to be? How would it allow you to feel? For you can begin to notice where you would like to feel that feeling within your body. Maybe a certain location of serenity, tranquility, calm, where you are present in the moment with so much ease within every cell of your neurology. Imagine it growing. Maybe it has a color too, or a sound, a feeling, where it begins to grow from one cell to another part of you, expanding throughout your neurology, as if this new lesson and learning allows you to be free, where you are grounded in the here and now, trusting in that the plan for you is just fine, where you are at peace with uncertainty, for you're okay, where you choose peace. Your thoughts are peace. Your feelings are serenity. You are resilient, confident. Even consider as if you're going throughout the weeks and the months with this newfound freedom, where you are in control of your thoughts and feel safer because of it, where you are gentle with yourself, where you trust in the natural rhythm of life, moving throughout time and space, so grateful for this present moment, but also the future, where it's exciting, where it builds up. You're curious to discover new ways of being you, where you are being guided for your on path and on purpose, being grounded and relaxed, for you are worthy and accepted. You are more than your thoughts. So you release what is no longer needed and see this amazing you going throughout those scenarios where in the past you may have overthought, but now you have this undeniable self-trust, this inner guidance system guiding you on your path, that you are deserving of inner peace, and you choose to cultivate it, expand it, lean into it, because it feels strong, for you are strong. So allow these new feelings and thoughts to begin to expand in this moment, but also on a deeper level of serenity. Allow it to bathe like you are in an energy of protection, where any external influence just bounces off that energetic, wonderful energy around you, where you're in this energetic, beautiful field of energy. You are still, you are peace. Even if beyond it, things are happening, you are grounded. You are strong. You are independent. You trust in this space. You can become more stoic in your thoughts, more mindful, to decipher what is real and what is not, what is necessary and what is not, what is yours and what is not yours. You see, in this energetic field, this beautiful cocoon of energy, you have that serenity where you can slow things down, where you can analyze logically what is yours and what is not, and to then cultivate new thoughts towards what you want, of how you want to be different, of how you will act and react. And doesn't that feel so much better? To be slow, so peaceful, to slow things down to repel the external noise of the world and to start to create how you would like to think, how you would like to feel. You see, you have the ability, and now we're just learning the strategy, and you, the unconscious mind, can start to implement these new, safer ways where you get to embrace life, where you get to shine, where you get to feel calm in your thoughts, where you surrender to the present moment of oneness, where you are guided yet grounded, where you get to shine, where you start to enlighten, where you get to radiate your thoughts, your feelings, to ones that serve you in every single way. For today is your day. Today you get to choose, where you are taking back the control, for you are in control. And you can feel that gratitude expanding, developing, going beyond you, out into the future, where you are excited for what happens next, where you are curious of what could happen in the future. You're excited by it. You thrive in the thoughts of the future with a deep self-certainty, and it feels so, so good. That's it. And I thank you, the unconscious mind, for starting this new way of being. And in a moment, I am going to count from 1 to 5, where in 5, you'll be ready and awake, ready to embrace this new way of being, to be grounded, to be certain, to trust, and to have clear thoughts that serve you. So 1, every muscle becomes more and more energized. At 2, you begin to bring that clarity and that groundness to be expanded throughout your neurology. At 3, you breathe all the way in and exhale, feeling so, so good. At 4, imagine a nice cool cold shower freshening your hair, your head, the eyes, the back of the eyes. And at 5, come all the way back to now, all the way back to the now, knowing it's time to be you and embrace it. Welcome back from that hypnotic guided meditation where you get to shine, where you get to get the clarity. We did lots of different things within that process at an unconscious level to be able to give you the things you need to make that change. Now, of course, if you do want the ad-free experience, if you want the deep sleep, 4-hour sleep, the 45-minute sleep one of this episode, then you can go ahead to freehypnosis.app, www.freehypnosis.app, become a subscriber to the app, support the work, support yourself, and let's make this world one where we get the psychological, the unconscious, the conscious transformation that we desire and deserve in every single way. By doing that, we can really, really help many people in this world. That's why I'm doing this, doing as much free as possible, but being a subscriber to the app, and the yearly is a half price as well. You get access to morning meditations, create your own hypnosis sessions, audio programs. You get access to the day, to the night, the 4-hour saving playlists, you name it. Everything is in there, and we're getting around 3 new hypnosis sessions, or at least 2, but up to 3 hypnosis sessions every single week by being a subscriber. And that means we get to work together and be who we really want to be. So with that, I look forward to speaking to you on the next episode, which will be the bonus session. And then a following one will be in the app for the 4-hour. But for those who are just listening to free, I'll be looking forward to speaking to you on the next episode. So many thanks and goodbye. Okay, welcome back. We did it for 945. Let's get some music before we close off the show. Hopefully you got value from this episode. Doing 2 episodes in 1 session. Now got the chat back. Let's see if it's allowing me. See, this scene is good. We'll stick with this scene. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much. Great to have you here. Magdalena. That's a great name. And thank you for your comments as well. I haven't managed to... I get quite a few comments on YouTube and it's very hard. I usually, in my downtime at night, I try to reply to comments. But I do appreciate your comments. So thank you so much in supporting the channel. Med says, Med Bouquet. That was a beautiful session. Mind wandered, even managed to feel myself detaching from things. Well, that's what we're after. Thank you for that. Mina says, that was amazing. So hard to come back. I might have heard myself snoring too, but what I did hear was awesome. Thank you, Joseph. You're most welcome. Yeah, that will happen sometimes. You go to the depth that you will need to go, I like to think. Thank you, Cheryl. Very, very kind of you. So pleased you enjoyed that. Melissa says, thank you. Perfect time. My website for my 15-year-old business shuts down Monday. Shifting my identity to a new path is a bit scary and I feel like I'm fumbling in the dark. This helps. So I'm so pleased it does help in every single way. New beginnings. New beginnings. That's exciting. I try to get really excited by the unknown and challenges. It's like, oh, I get to go on a challenge. I get to go embark on a new journey. Well, thank you. Great to have you here on the live. And is that a, what's that? Is there, well, why can't I think of that? The animal, the Australian. Is it a panda? No. It's still, is it? I don't know. Is it? Is it? I don't know. It looks like a bamboo eating panda. Maybe. But with that, we are, oh my goodness, I've been streaming for 77 minutes. Yes. Me too. So welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's what I wanted to say. Why did I not think of that? A koala bear. What did I say? I said a panda. It looked nothing like a panda. Did I say a panda? A koala bear. How did I... It's a Friday. It's a Friday. I need a bit of grace. It's Friday. Eucalyptus. Thank you, Michelle. A koala, yes. Why did I say a panda? I did say that, didn't I? It's a Friday. So we're all good. But I'm pleased that you can correct me. Because now I'm like, I know. I know. That's funny. Okay, my friends. Thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up if you have not already on YouTube. And I've got my coaching call I do tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. That is true. That is true. I did say that, didn't I? So I want to edit some of these episodes if I can. And also, I need to prepare for my coaching call for tomorrow. There's an England versus Brazil friendly, I think, tomorrow as well in the football. Soccer for if you're in America. I'm going to get to run, jog in my new running shoes. I think that's it. Sleep. Wide awake. Sleep. Wide awake. And sleep. Wide awake. And sleep. Wide awake. Gotta leave on the wide awake. Ow. Or banging the desk. So I went for some New Balance ones, but I researched them. And they're pretty crazy. They're like $140, so hopefully they last a little bit more than like 3 or 4 months. But they're New Balance something or others. And with my research, runners are liking them. I've got them at the moment. I think these could be torn up a little bit on the sole. So we'll see. So I'm not sure I can go trail running in them. Might have to keep it to more grass to, you know, like semi-soft ground, pavement. So we'll see. I'm not sure. But I got them today. I wore them out to my workout to bed them in a little bit. But I'll hopefully bed them in tomorrow if it's not raining and if I get some free time in the afternoon, if not Sunday. But they're New Balance something or others. I have. I don't know why people just need to keep changing things. We don't need to change all things. Change some things, but not all things. You too, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yes, it is. It's silly. So for those who don't know, we have the St. George's Cross, which is a red cross. And it's obviously very historic, like, you know, like our English flag and so on. And they've just changed all the colors of it. But it's like changing the American flag to lots of different colors or something like that. And supposedly there's not really big reason for it other than it's meant to represent when we won the 1966 World Cup. And it's meant to have some of the colors from some of like the training gear or something. But it doesn't make sense. Because it's a red cross. That's the English Red Cross. So it doesn't really make sense to change it just for the 1966 World Cup, which is a great World Cup because we won the World Cup. But it just makes sense. It's like they weren't consulted. Yeah. Because so Germany, they're up in arms at the moment because Adidas, a German company, has been sponsorship for them for like 70 or so years, have just gone to Nike. And Adidas is a German company, so a lot of the Germans are like, no, we want that tradition of having Adidas because they're a German company. We've always had it, and now we're going to Nike, so it's all fun and games until it's not. Thank you, I shall do. If I don't know what time it is. I think I'll miss a little bit from my coaching call, but yeah. I think some people just make decisions without really consulting. And especially because it's so silly is the reason to change the color in this context. Because it's not really related at all. Anyway. That's just me and most of the English nation. Yes, you do that. You have one of stay safe and stay warm. Yeah, I knew that one actually. Yeah, I knew that one. Because it's weird because I said, what did I say? I said Nike. So in England we say Nike, but it's Nike in America. I should say Nike because it's American. But in America, they say Adidas, or it's Adidas, right? But yeah, that was a famous thing of going two different directions. Yeah, it is an interesting one. They kind of just split off. But Adidas, Adidas, Nike, Nike. I've never said Nike. I could never even say, well, I have said it, but I'll never say it just naturally. It's always Nike. Midas, Midas. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I think you should do it. Okay, my friends, I better go. Thank you all for being here. That's funny. Nike. Nice. Got a nice pair of Nikes. Pumas. I used to have nice football ones. The Puma Kings. That's like old days. Old days. Thank you, Shell. You have a good one. Thank you, Med. Let's close off the stream. I look forward to speaking to you on a future one. I'll be back on Monday. So many thanks and goodbye.